Dear medicos, we are having the honor to have Dr. Aakanksha with us, All India Rank-13, Gujrat Rank-3. So on the behalf of USMLE, beta, we congratulate you for such an awesome achievement. And we will be using this platform to share your strategy, how you plan in the last 3 years. We are proud to share that Dr. Aakanksha was our Gujrat student, foundation student. So she was with us for the last 3 years and we'll be sharing her success journey. So big congrats, beta. How you are feeling now after such an awesome rank?
Thank you so much, sir. Actually, I was very excited and I was very nervous while checking the result. And when I did not expect this rank, because obviously when you are giving an exam, you know the mistakes you have made and I might not get that rank, and everyone around me was expecting me to get a single digit rank. So
big pressure was there.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure on me. And when I checked my rank and I saw 13, I had to actually check it 4-5 times.
Every topper do this.
Yeah, is this my rank? And then I actually burst into tears because I was not expecting. I mean, I was, but I was not expecting.
It was a proud moment for you and your family for such a nice, awesome rank.
Yeah, definitely.
So, beta, what the special message you want to give to your parents for this such a success achievement?
I would obviously like to thank them from the bottom of my heart because they have been there for me through the 10 months of my preparation, and obviously my friends who have supported me. And I didn't talk to them as much, so I'm glad that we are still friends today.
So this platform you can thank them for such hard work. Even what I feel, such single digit in the top 100, you are getting double digit rank. So for such achievement, obviously the contribution of the parents, contribution of the friends mattered a lot.
It does, because whenever I was stressed, I used to go into their room. I used to just talk to them about anything under the sun. And that would actually calm me down a lot.
That is the best way to release the stress. Yeah,
definitely.
That's great. We are proud to share Dr. Aakanksha with us. So I will be just requesting you, you should share, like in the 3rd year, you joined us in Vadodara. So you're Gujrat Rank 3. So how you handle the pressure in the 3rd year? How you handle the classroom learning in the 3rd year?
So I just started making my notes in the 3rd year. And then in the final year, I made my final subject notes. And the final subject notes, I read them in that year itself.
Okay.
So they also helped me in my university exams a lot. And I also feel that you should side by side read the textbooks, because like NEET is clinical based now, like they are asking clinical questions, so your textbook knowledge also helps you, and the notes, they actually make it easier for you to understand the textbook knowledge.
It means when you attend the lecture in the 3rd year, it helps you in the prof exam. What you feel after getting such an awesome rank?
Yeah, it does help, because like some subjects like pediatrics and all, I actually did them only from the notes.
Only from the notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just went through the textbook like a few months before the exam, but the notes were my main target. And then in the final year, I made my 1st and 2nd year notes. Like I made them
one by one. And like in the 3rd year, you focus only on which subjects?
On the final year subjects, medicine.
Okay, 3rd year along with the final year subjects.
Yeah.
And in the final year, you focus more
on the 1st and 2nd year subjects.
1st and 2nd year
because
subjects.
I knew they had, I mean, half the weight for the 1st and 2nd year subjects. So I focused on them in the internship year.
In the internship.
Yeah.
But in the final year, like when you're going for medicine, surgery, prof exam, in that semester, what you did?
I read the notes once
only
or twice.
Concentrate on the notes.
Yeah. And then during internship, I obviously strengthened my concepts and I read them 2-3 more times so that I could register the information that was being thrown at me.
So in the 3rd year foundation year, like 3rd and final year, you focus more on the prof exam, but you made your class notes.
Yes.
Why I'm asking this again and again, because many students in the 3rd year, they feel attending the lectures, these classroom learning may affect the prof. So what do you feel?
No, definitely.
What is a supplement to the prof?
Yeah, definitely, because like I'm saying, certain subjects like pediatrics and all, which you would not want to read the textbooks, I just read the notes and I cracked my final year exams with them.
That's great.
OBGYN, I was just reading the notes. Medicine, surgery, I was just going through the notes. So in the final year exams, like you can still do the notes and you can still perform well.
Perform well in the prof exam.
Definitely.
So coming back, we proud to share Dr. Aakanksha with us, All India Rank 13, and we are sharing her success story being a foundation student from Gujarat. Like in the last 3 years, you have done gold standard class notes. So if I ask you, getting such a rank when the paper was a little bit difficult, paper was lengthy if we compare this with the previous 10 years. So what was the importance of these gold standard class notes in your NEET exam?
I feel that revision is very important when you're going through your notes. I read them once, I was not very confident. I read them twice, I was like, okay, I know something about the subject. I read them for the 3rd time and I was like, okay, I know this now. I know this subject. So reading the notes is very important. Even I was skeptical, is this enough? But today, by experience, I can say it was enough. I have not done anything else apart from the notes. So I do feel that this is the gold standard and you have to follow the notes. You should not feel what if I do this, what if I do that, you'll just end up confusing yourselves.
So when in your college itself, many students will be doing the other sources, multiple sources are there. What do you feel?
Yeah.
Okay, when you stuck to one source of gold standard class notes,
Yeah.
it was very helpful. What do you feel
Definitely.
after getting such a awesome rank?
Definitely, because you just end up confusing yourselves. You might not know if it is right or not. You might doubt yourself, am I doing the right thing? But the information being given to you is correct, and you need to do it again and again rather than doing fourth one time. Do one thing 4 times.
That's great. That was even I share in my lectures. The statement you were saying was a statement of rank 1 AIMS last year.
Okay.
What he was saying, it is better to read a topic 4 times in 1 hour rather than reading the same topic
Yeah,
once in 1 hour.
definitely.
So if you complete the topic in 15 minutes, so you will get 45 minutes to revise it 3 times.
Right.
What I'm getting from your words.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's what we are getting a strong message. Class notes, class notes, class notes.
Definitely.
that is the key to success for getting such an awesome rank. And because why I'm asking Dr. Aakanksha again and again, because now the medicos are very confused. Okay, we should concentrate more on the prof. They have the pressure of next. They have the pressure of what will be the pattern in the next. What you feel? Okay, because what as a faculty we feel last NEET was somewhere on the pattern of next exam.
Yeah.
Clinical
Yeah.
integrated
Yeah.
MCQs.
Definitely.
So did you feel the class notes were the only key to success for these clinical MCQs?
Yes, you need to learn to apply these notes because you need to do MCQs. You need to solve more and more MCQs, clinical based MCQs, clinics. So these can actually help you apply these notes. Obviously, I'm not saying that you will have a line to line question from the notes, but you need to learn how to apply them. And for that, I did all the tests and I solved all the MCQs, and that helped me apply them on the day of the exam.
On the day of the exam.
Yeah.
So now coming after the gold standard class notes, you were attempting the MCQs, like you appear for the class test, followed
Yeah.
by you appear for the grand test and subject wise.
Yes.
So what was the experience of these MCQs, quality MCQs in NEET exam, beta?
So that's what I'm saying. It really helped me apply the questions, and like the flow charts in the notes. I would know where to look for, what to look for in a question. Like if there's a question on, let's say a patient is in shock, I would first see the blood pressure, and if there's defibrillation in the answer, I would just go for it. So I would
The
not
clinical
waste.
application.
Yes, I would not waste my time going through the entire question, because as everyone said, the paper was very lengthy. So you need to find keywords.
Keywords,
Yeah, and the keywords are in your notes.
In notes.
So if you're doing your notes properly, you will find those keywords, you will get your answers, and you will ultimately reach the right answer.
So when you better appear for subject-wise test or grand test,
Yeah.
how you feel, the level of the MCQs, like you were getting how much percentage in the grand test, and how, if you compare with the all India rank
Yeah.
of 13?
It was very similar. Like my ranks were also close to this rank, and I used to finish the subject, I used to do the class test, I used to see my rank, I used to evaluate my mistakes, and I used to add the mistakes then and there. And it's very important to, add the mistakes to your notes rather than saving them for later, because you don't tend to look at them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You should
so-
add them simultaneously when
Yeah.
you're getting something.
So all of the information, or whatever information I had, was in one notebook. So I did
In one
not have
notebook.
multiple sources.
Sources, okay.
And then same for the SWTs. The level was higher, and that actually helped me challenge myself. I felt the NEET was easier than these tests, and that was actually a good thing because I was not scared when I gave these exams.
That's great. We will take this as a golden statement. Okay, this NEET was easier than the SWT, so
Yeah.
you get confident. Then because of that confidence only, you are getting such a nice, awesome rank of 30. So that's great. Okay, the SWT and grand test, they are that same pattern as the NEET people are
Yeah.
asking the MCQs. So what we feel, all the DAMS faculty that trying their best. But when you went for the NEET exam, I think in the examination hall you must got the message how these DAMS people know the pattern. Yeah. So
Yeah.
SWT and grand test follow grand test with gold standard class notes. These three
Definitely.
things help you a lot
Yeah.
for getting such
Yeah.
a nice rank. Then now coming on the subject wise better, like starting from anatomy up to radiology, how you handle this, because you are the most eligible to give the advice to a student because you're getting such an awesome rank in all India. So how you handle these subjects better?
So my main focus was to score well in the first and second year subjects, and that's why I did them a lot of times. Medicine, surgery, obs, gynae, like the clinical subjects, you can never say because you will never know what question they are going to throw at you. In these like in the first and second year subjects, you still have direct questions. Like in the NEET, we had lengthier questions, but they were still direct questions. They were answerable. For medicine, surgery, you need to think a lot. You tend to waste a lot of time. So my main focus was to score maximum marks in these subjects, and then medicine, surgery ऐसे देखा जाएगा ऐसा.
So in the students what they are giving the paper C, the medicine paper was little bit difficult with respect to the paper A and B, beta.
Yeah, definitely. Like part C was totally different from part A and B.
B.
Part A and B was okay, somewhat neat. we were expecting, but part C was very difficult. It was USMLE level.
USMLE
Yeah,
level. And
yeah.
those USMLE level, again, the focus was on the physio, patho. What you feel
Yeah.
the basic subjects were having more weightage this
Yeah, so
need?
if you know your basics, you could still answer that. So I feel you should always stick to the basics because they are not going to ask you something which is very rare. So you should stick to your basics, and that will give you maximum marks, and that will give you an edge over the others.
Edge over the others.
Yeah.
So again, we are congrats Dr. Aakanksha for getting such a nice rank in all India, and we are using this online platform to share because I think feel thousands of the students must be listening to you, your motivational views, ke how to prepare for the all India ranking. So you say ke first year, second year concepts helped a lot in the medicine. Now, if I
Definitely.
ask you out of 19 subjects, which 3 subjects should be given the most preference?
I think PSM because
Okay.
it has the maximum weightage. First year subjects as a whole, I would say, because they are easy to do, and they also carry a lot of weightage, and people usually don't make mistakes in those subjects.
First
So
year subjects.
yeah, so you should also not make mistakes in those subjects. And I think, see, pharmacology and all, they are difficult subjects. So if you're not good at it, you may not be the best at it. But yeah, even OBGYN, because it has 35 questions.
35.
And
Yeah, this year the number of the MCQs were more in the OBGYN.
yeah, exactly. So I feel PSM, OBGYN, and the first year subjects, they are very important to do thoroughly.
So when you attended our lectures, like you attended our satellite lecture as well as our face-to-face lecture in Vadodara, so what was your experience of gynae? Like Dr. Anil was teaching you with Dipti ma'am. So what you feel? What was the package of gynae obs in all India? Because you are saying 35 MCQs were there. So you were comfortable with all the 35 beta?
Yeah, I was pretty comfortable with obs gynae. Like, it was one of my weakest subjects. When I gave the CBT, I scored the least in OBGYN, and after that I started putting more efforts for it. And all I did was the notes. Like, I didn't do anything else. I just
That's
had to get used to the concepts. I had to get used to how to answer a question. So I did my notes. Anil sir taught us, so I did his notes, and then I added certain things from Dipti ma'am's lectures online, and so I had the wholesome package.
Wholesome package.
Yeah.
So you feel all the 35 MCQs were manageable in the NEET exam?
Yeah,
You were very
definitely,
comfortable with all these
definitely,
35 MCQs.
definitely.
Coming back on the next strategy, like after attending a class notes, doing class test, your SWT, grand test, you must have taken the videos of e-medicals. How was the role of those videos in your NEET preparation?
So definitely they added, I added them to my notes, and that did help me a lot because, like, I saw the psychiatry videos, psychopharmacology and all. So I the EEG videos, and there were questions on them. So I feel that you should, whenever you get time, you should see these videos because you cannot keep doing theory over and over again. So whenever you get the time, you should go through these videos. At least you will have some retention. So I saw Dipti ma'am's video, I saw the psychiatry videos, I saw PSM videos.
So how much time you used to devote to these videos on e-medicals, beta?
I think 1 to 2 hours a week.
2 hours. And rest you used to read from the class notes.
Yeah. So whenever I was bored, I would just open the video, I would look at it.
So
I would
we should take these videos on the app, e-medico app, as a just freshman. Okay, you just release your stress after reading the class notes, what I'm getting from your words.
And obviously, when your teacher is talking to you, you tend to remember more. So I thought I'll just go through the videos. I can go through them again. If there's an important point, I'll write it down.
So why I'm asking this point, because many students, they feel okay, like everything we should see on the videos, it is very comfortable. But what you feel like classroom learning, you
no, it's more engaging. When you're in a classroom, obviously it's more engaging. Your teacher is writing with you.
Yeah.
You feel you're not writing all alone. Like, if I watch a video at my home, I'll see how much time is left, how much time.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen in a classroom.
So in the classroom, what do you feel? All these students sitting with you, were they creating a pressure on you, or they were motivating you?
I was actually very relieved to be in a classroom because there were so many students who were going through the same thing that I was going through. It's obviously better to go to the classroom, make your own notes, because at the end of the day, your own handwriting also helps you a lot. Yeah.
Here I will use your 2-3 minutes because now many students are using a shortcut. I will take the photocopy of my senior.
Not at all. I don't advocate that at all. You should make your notes. You should go make your own notes, highlight them on your own, because even during the exam, I was like, oh, I've written this point somewhere. I know I've written it here. So you will not go wrong when you are reading your own handwriting.
Yeah. It means there is no shortcut to hard work.
No,
because many students, they feel like, even I see in my lectures, many students are just highlighting the written notes, photocopy notes.
No, that's not.
And even if somebody have written wrong, they will follow the same thing. Yeah. So you should go with the self-written notes. That there is no shortcut of getting rank. Because when we say these things, the students feel that this is faculty. His job is to say. But now being a topper, rank 13, Gujrat, rank 3, when you are saying these words, I feel it will be a big impact on all the medical
made my notes again because I was not very happy with my notes 2 years back, because
Okay.
at that time I was not very attentive.
That's
So I
great.
made them again because I was like, no, I have to have good notes. This is what is going to get me through. So you have to have really, really good notes without missing a point, without looking here and there. You have to make good notes.
That's great. You attended in the third year. You made
Yeah.
your notes. In the
Yeah.
internship, you are saying that you again made the notes.
Yeah, only of the first and
few
second year subjects. Yeah.
So, but many students I have seen, because many students are giving the feedback that this year we are not getting good rank because we attended in the third year. In the internship, we feel that we should add some other sources.
Yeah.
But what you did, you just write those notes again. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. You have a full faith on the class notes of DAMS,
Yeah.
and that's because you are getting such a nice rank of rank 13. We congrats you again for such a nice achievement, and we are using your experience to share, because many students now, they in the second year, third year, what you feel, what should be the best time to start?
I think proper study should start from, if you do not have a hectic internship, then you can start it from the internship year. So I gave only 10 months to this exam.
Getting this one.
Yeah.
But like, what is the role of third year, final year? Because in the third year, you are having only ENT, PSM, Opthal.
Yeah.
So how you handle? You just focus only on those subjects, or you complete some final year subjects?
No, I think final year subjects can be done in the final year. The
Okay.
shorter subjects like radio, dermat, they can be
Done with ENT,
yeah,
Opthal.
yeah, they can be done with them.
ENT, Opthal.
But yeah, so in the first year, when you have ENT, Opthal, PSM, you can focus only on those subjects. As I said, PSM is very important. So you can do PSM, obviously not the new data because it keeps changing. ENT, Opthal also you can focus because there are 10 questions each, so you have to give them importance as well. So you can finish them in the third first, then you can move to the final year subjects. You've already done ANET, physio and all, so you don't need to, I mean, it's not that they are alien to you. And then in internship, you can study ANET, physio, biochem, like whatever is required for NEET.
Neat. That's great. So now coming on the PSM, like everybody have the phobia of this PSM. So you are saying that new updates are there. So what do you feel, Dr. Siddharth, Dr. Rajiv, they were teaching you on the online platform, on your exclusive club as well as classroom face to face. So what do you feel, all those combined class notes of both the faculties were the complete package for NEET?
Definitely, because I don't think anything was left out. All the new data had been covered. Everything had been covered till the last date. Everything had been covered. There were updates on the ebooks folder as well. So I think everything they had covered. So I don't have
Just
any.
you have to revise it again
Yeah,
and
you
again.
just have to. So the newest data you can do on the last day, and you will get it from the club. So you just have to be active and you have to look out for it. That's it.
Now coming back on this online platform where you are sharing your experience with all the students, and everybody must be asking this point, beta, how many hours you used to study every day? This was the first question of every medico. You got rank 13, so how you manage? How many hours?
I think I used to study 10 to 12 hours a day.
10 to 12 hours
Yeah,
every
and
day.
with internship maybe 6 to 8 hours a day.
Okay.
But if I had internship, I used to do the MCQs and everything during my internship.
During your posting there
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
This is a nice motivation for everybody who give excuse ke being intern I can't crack rank in all India. So now is a Dr. Aakanksha is with us, rank 13, intern foundation student. Being an intern, you crack such a awesome rank. So it is a motivation for everybody. What do you feel? Chances of getting good rank, single, double digit rank is more in internship.
Yeah, because it disciplines you. Like, I know I'm going to spend 4 to 5 to 6 hours of my day doing internship. So I have to go home, I have to study. I know my peers are studying. I have to study. If you're at home or if you're not doing an internship, you don't know what everyone is doing. You're not that competitive. So here, when everyone around me was studying, I was also studying because it drives you.
It drives you.
Yeah.
So after this year hard work of 10 to 12 hours every day,
Yeah.
how many times you manage the revision? How many times you revise these subjects, gold standard class notes, beta?
My aim was to revise it for 3 times, but I ended up doing it for 5 times.
That's great. Your aim was 3 times and you revised 5 times.
Yeah, so
That's
I feel that speed is very important here. You should not just spend hours and hours behind a single topic. You should know that, you should be confident that, okay, this is one topic that I know. Just go through it, shift to the other topic. So that's how you can get in as many revisions as possible. So I think 3 is the minimum,
3 minimum.
but as many as possible, I would
So
say.
you managed to revise 5 times,
Yeah.
and obviously because everybody will follow your footstep because you are getting rank 13. So how you manage these 5 time revision? Like in the internship, you were having the pressure of internship along with the first revision was over by which month, beta?
I think I was done with my first revision by August.
August. So
Yeah,
the first revision
yeah.
was done.
And then
Okay.
every month I did one revision.
One revision.
So it
So
was a cycle. I used to start with one subject, end with the last subject, and then again I used to go through that cycle.
so how it is possible for you, okay, in the 1 month you revise all the 19 subjects? So if I do the proper calculation, it comes somewhere to 2 days. Within 2 days, you complete the whole subject.
Yeah.
It means you must have concise something before in the first revision.
Yeah, so I was very sure that like subjects like ortho, skin and all, I used to give them 6 hours,
Okay,
not more
six,
than that.
not more than
Yeah.
six.
Then medicine I used to give 3 days because it's a
Okay.
vast subject. Surgery I used to give 2. So that way I divided my time and I decided, oh, and the first, second year subjects I used to give 1 day each per subject. So
Okay,
that was
that's
my
great.
goal. I'd have to finish it in 1 day no matter what.
Okay, so you complete first revision by August, then thereafter you are revising every month.
Yeah.
So before DVT, if you must have done 3 times revision before
Yeah,
DVT.
yeah, 3
How
times.
was the experience of DAMS visual treat of those 3 days?
Yeah, it was very different this time. Like we had the videos and everything uploaded, and even I was skeptical like why do we not have it in a written format? But actually the videos did help me because 1 week before the exam you don't want to go through the slides, you don't want to read anything, you're already fed up with so much reading. So I feel these videos can actually help you relax. You can also remember because you've already studied a lot. So the videos thing was actually a very good idea.
Very good. But at that time, many students were criticizing
Yeah,
this thing.
that's what I felt. Why do we not have the slides? But then I realized, no, this is better. This
So
is
in the last
way.
week, you must got this message. कि, yeah, the director of DAMS and everybody was taking special efforts with video. I think in the last week you got the message. कि, yeah, this was a planned
Yeah,
method
yeah,
to give
yeah.
the extra edge to our Damsonians. So how was the experience? Like 3 days, every faculty was coming for 1 hour, 2 hour, and they revised the whole subject. Was it a motivation for you? Okay, it is very much possible to revise in a fast mode.
Definitely, definitely. And it was commendable what all of you did. And obviously it was a motivation. Like if we can revise it in 3 days, then obviously 3 days before the exam, we can revise all
Really
the
can
subjects.
revise, yeah.
So yeah, it was very motivating to see the DVT.
DVT. After DVT, I think you must have revised 4 times, and
Yeah.
last 1 month left between DVT and the All India. That you
Yeah.
have done the final
Yeah,
revision.
fifth final
You
revision.
must have appeared for all these CBTs. How was the experience of CBT? Like pattern, MCQs, the aura in the classroom.
I
when you
was
went
as
for
nervous
DBST?
giving the CBT as I was giving the the
NEET
main
exam.
NEET exam. So CBT 3 I didn't perform that well because it was
CBT 3 was difficult.
yeah.
It was the feedback from every
Yeah.
student. It was difficult. But CBT 4 deliberately we give the simple just to
Yeah.
pump up the students.
Yeah, but still I did feel it was similar to the NEET pattern
NEET
because
pattern.
we had clinical questions there as well, and it was similar to NEET. Like when I was giving my NEET, I felt like I'm giving a CBT exam.
The fifth CBT was going on there. Yeah, in NEET. So CBT 3, we can say all the questions were comparable to the your final
Yeah,
NEET
definitely,
exam. That's
definitely.
great. So after CBT, you appear for your All India. The final revision was done. So now, any special message to all the students who are listening to you?
I just feel that all of you should be very, very disciplined. You should decide your day beforehand and you should plan your day as it comes. Like you should not plan for a week, for a month because it gets very demotivating. So just plan your day and go about it. And whenever you are bored or something, take a proper break. Don't feel demotivated anytime because it's a very difficult, I mean, it's a difficult journey. It's not a difficult exam. It's a difficult journey. So it's fine. You might crack down, but be communicative, be with your parents, talk to your friends, and I think you'll be fine.
Thanks a lot for such a motivational speech to all the students, and thanks. We wish you very best of luck.
Thank you
beta.
so much. Thank you.